Hi everybody, it's Faye. I thought what I'd do is pick a card from the postcards from Spirit. I think this time of year everybody's looking to, you know, maybe a bit lonely, maybe lost somebody and they're looking for maybe a wee bit of comfort. So I thought I would use these because I like these cards and I used them before and people seem to like them. So if you want to pause your video, and it's 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay? If you just want to see which one you're drawn to, and we'll take it from there. Right guys, I've assumed that you've paused and you've been drawn to a particular card. Card number 1. Card number 1, let me have a look, put my glasses on and let's have a wee look what it says. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organisation or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer in your favour. Affirmative, we say. And it signs off with loving you so very much. I think that's maybe, you know, for those that's maybe having problems on this side with maybe family members, and I think this time of the year is a very difficult time of the year, especially if you're having a problem with family. So I think sometimes you've got to stick to your own integrity. If you're being treated badly, then I think you've got to be, you know, I think you've got to kind of stand up for what you think's right for you. Okay, and people likewise have to do the same. So I think that's telling you to try and be clear in what it is, how you feel. That's number 1. Number 2. I love the stamps and that on these ones, it's like angels. Right, those that picked number 2, let me have a look. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationships. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favour. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it. Just by saying your imagination acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? And basically it signs off, how we adore you. I really do believe that. I believe in karma, and I believe that what goes around comes around. So if you've wronged somebody and pretending that you're not, maybe being quite deceptive, be quite sure it will come back in different ways. Number 3. Again, lovely, beautiful cards. I love these cards. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part, now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings we've pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet with those of Spirit. Remember though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us, Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. It signs off, we love you so much. And again, it's so true. If you're asking for help and you don't see it happening, it will be happening behind the scenes. You might not realise, and I'm a huge believer in Spirit. I keep saying I'm going to do maybe a video about my experiences, and I will get round to doing that. But when I read these messages, I have complete confidence that this is what happens. Just because we don't see it, we don't see air, we don't see oxygen, but we know it's there. Number 4, those that pick number 4, the message for you is, dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multi-sensory, multi-dimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth where we all agreed to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and show your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. Well, if that's not true, I mean, I remember, in fact, I was just recently watching a documentary, and it was about how there's so much of our DNA that they don't know what it is. So much of the brain's not used, and what they believe is this is to be it's been tapped into before. We can see and do all these things, living in a different dimension, but it's been closed off, so that we have to stay here in the third dimension. But more and more people are becoming more and more aware that this isn't quite what it seems to be. So I would definitely, if those that look into these, you know, you see these videos and it's like spirit messages, you obviously have some kind of belief in it, or you wouldn't listen. Okay, if you listen to something that you think is total nonsense, then I would need to question why you would even waste your time to do so. So I'm assuming that people who click on this video are people who actually do have a strong belief in the spirit world, and I can assure you through my experiences, I don't just believe it, I know it. Okay, that's my hand and heart here. So I hope that gave some of you some comfort, because I think this is a hard time of the year. I always think Christmas can be quite a hard time of the year for people, especially when families are maybe, you know, all kind of disjointed or whatever. It can be quite lonely. So I hope some of you have enjoyed this. Give us a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please do, and please contact me. Email me at facetracking1@gmail.com if you would like a personal reading. Right guys, speak to you soon. Oh, before I sign off, I promise still to get that twin flame mirror reading up very soon. Right, speak to you later guys, bye.